Hi everybody, this is Flash Trouserman with another episode of Trouserman Tries. Today we are looking at Ambition, a Minuet in Power. This is a game that has been part of the Ludo Narracon festival on Steam, which is ran from the 23rd to 26th of April, and is spent by publishers Fly Traveller. It's a digital festival celebrating narrative games. And after playing Trouserman, this popped up on my Twitter feed, and I thought give it a shot. So this one we've picked up is, like I said, Ambition, a Minuet in Power. Let me read it. I'll tell you what it's about. If we go, it is a revolutionary romantic visual novel where your choices change the course of history. It's March 19th, 1789, King Louis the 16th rules over France. From the gilded halls of Versailles, France is a country of elegance and poverty, of ancient tradition and unstoppable change. It is a country on the brink of revolution. 10 parties mingle with the rich and powerful, learn their secrets, and use this to get the wealth and power you deserve. Find true love in the opulent, ever-shifting alliances that grows more dangerous by the day. This is a demo, so yes, I mentioned this is a demo. So there's about a dozen demos that are available. Probably, if you look at those dates, yeah, by the time I publish this, it'll have finished. Well, anyway, so without further, I've not looked at this at all, in the slightest. So we'll dive straight in and we'll learn together. Prologue, Yvette's story. Obviously, we're playing a lady as well. Here we go. The carriage rumbles and bounces along the cobbles as you approach Paris. It's taken over a week to get here, even carrying just yourself on your luggage. These dot means that there's more story ahead. Click anywhere in the text box to advance. Your fiancé, Armand, arranged for the carriage to take you from your small village to a tavern he enjoys called the Orphan's Feast. There he'll meet up with you and you'll likely take dinner together, and then he'll show you your new home in Paris. For now though, you're finished. All of your books and Armand's letter is the only entertainment other than stay out the window. These buttons in the text box let you select what you'll do or say. Click one. Okay. Coachman, let's go. I don't have all day. Might as well take in the sights. Reading the letter one more time wouldn't hurt. Let's see what's in the letter. You must have read the brief letter over 100 times, but you always found new details to puzzle over. Armand's letters were often extremely long, a habit you'd frequently tease him for in your own missives. Dear Cher Yvette, I know it may be sudden, but I want to invite you to live with me in Paris. Back in your provincial hometown, you were engaged to Armand before he moved north to Paris to participate in the Estates Generale. He had dreamed, I think that was the Parliament or the government or something. My French histories of that period is a bit sketchy. He dreamed of changing the country, and this was a pivotal event of the century. You mailed love letters soaked in perfume. He replied with volumes for how much he misses you. The romance of it all helped you make up for the inconvenience. Okay. Not that your parents cared much about the romance. At first you'd been afraid to tell them their youngest daughter wanted to move far away. Instead, they merely threw you onto the couch to follow Armand to Paris. Okay. Right. While you understood the significant benefits your common family would receive from your marriage into a noble one, you couldn't help but were a little bit annoyed at their arrogance to see you off. They won't get rid of it, basically. Peril, credibility and peril. So we've got 0 credibility, 0 peril. Okay. I can't wait to see you. It's unlike anything back home. A truly vital place where anyone can be anything. Yet embrace. Excuse me if I'm butchering French. Just I can barely speak English, as you probably know, so I've got no chance of a foreign language. Anyway, that was something you were looking for, to a chance to see something more. After all, Baroness Yvette de Marbeau had a certain ring to it. Let's be nice. Let's not shout at the coachman just yet. Your cranium look out of the window to peer at Paris. It's even more than you imagined. The streets are riot of colour and energy as people go about their days. Elegant persons of fashion struck like brilliant peacocks. Students stumble under the weight of their books. beggars alternate between pleading for alms and shouting invectives at passers-by. What a great word. Everything feels significant, like the world's next act hinges on all of their choices. Though part of you is worried about your unfamiliar surroundings, you feel almost excited, or mostly feel excited. This place is to be the stage for your new life. Before you know it, the carriage starts to slow down. You must be here. I'm on the age to meet you at a tavern named the Orphan's Feast. Tired and rumpled as you are, you're glad he's planned to meet you in a place with ample food and wine. When you arrive, the coachman helps you out of the carriage and you find yourself outside a glowing, friendly-looking tavern. The sign shows a grubby-looking child holding a plate piled high with fresh bread and roasted meats. This must be the place. Here goes nothing. This choice is for characterization purposes. It will not impact on your. Okay. Speak your mind. Here goes. Okay. Wow, looking very young and naive. I'm not sure about the old hat. Inside, a woman polishing a lantern looks up at you as you enter. Oh, is that the barmaid? Oh, that's not us then. That's the barmaid. That's bad to say. Her face breaks into a bright smile. Bonjour, madame. Welcome to the Orphan's Feast. Her eyes linger expectantly on the door for a moment before settling on you. You're suddenly reminded of how rare it is for a woman to be travelling by themselves. How may I be of service? She asks. This is my first time here. Is there anything I should know to help me find my fiancé? Yeah, tutorial. Don't worry. While the rest of the city can be rather cutthroat, the Orphan's Feast is a relaxed place for getting your feet under you. The woman puts down the lantern that she was polishing. She favours me with a devious smile. Find guests worth talking to and try to say the right things to the right people. You'll never have time to talk to everyone, so choose your time wisely. Interesting. I'm sure if you ask around, you'll be able to find your fancy in no time. When she puts it that way, suddenly it sounds so easy. Alright, okay. While you have only one outfit to your name at the moment, the Orphan's Feast doesn't feel like a particularly judgmental place in terms of fashion. Your credibility won't be shifted by what you're wearing here. Right, so, I see, clothes make a difference. Okay, as long as you explore the tavern and talk to people, you should be able to find Armand soon enough. This is the party map. Select a room to talk with people there. So we've got remaining turns. So let's go to speak to this bloke here. Pick conversation. An amorous inquiry. While you search for Armand, a handsome young man approaches you. Perhaps he'll be able to help you. Potential rewards: 10 credibility, 5 peril. Okay. Good, might as well. Look around the unfamiliar tavern, try to find Armand. Your eyes scan for his chestnut hair. Your eyes strain to hear the sound of his infectious laugh. Someone clears their throat behind you. You turn around to find yourself face to face with an unfamiliar young man. He's well dressed and handsome. Handsome enough, but it's the middle of the day and he smells like 2 bottles of wine. Pardonnez-moi, madame. Again, I apologise for butchering the French language. It's a beautiful language, but I can't speak it. But I can never ignore the sight of a woman in need. You appear to be lost. May I escort you? He smiles broadly and cockily. I'm glad to hear that. Can you help find my fiancé? No, monsieur, you may not. I'm fine by myself. So this choice requires an easy credibility challenge. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that is not what I meant at all. You know it, madame, he replies with surprising venom. Oh, right. Yeah, you pervert. You've lost a little bit of credibility. With a wave, I just barely have polite as decorum requires. He parts to seek an affection of a different young woman. Ah, he was wanting something a bit different, he was. Weak. You have a limited amount of turns to talk to at each party. Conversing in a room always costs 1 turn, so choose wisely. Ah, right, so... Okay, so pick a conversation. That's fascinating. So we've only got, well, okay, so for example, I assume then if there's 3 people in a room, you've got 2 turns. That means you only can speak to 2 people. Ah. A countrywoman, now that you're more acclimated to the guests and travellers of the Orphan's Feast, you should be able to find someone who can lead you to Armand. After hours of questing and searching, it's late evening and you're still yet to find Armand. You're not even sure why you feel exhausted. Who knew to talk to people is such hard work? Now that you're warmed up, this may be your chance to finally find out where Armand is. You approach a woman who you had spotted glancing your way earlier. I'm looking for my fiance Armand. Have you seen him? Let's go with the middle one. At the mention of Armand's full title, she laughs nervously. She makes small talk for a brief moment before excusing herself and disappearing into the crowd. The room seems to be empty now. That's a bit suspect, isn't it? A gentleman you remember seeing earlier walks by. He might be really useful, monsieur. A moment of your time. So basically, that name makes people run off. He looks over, glances over to the woman who you spoke with earlier. Then quickens his pace as he walks by. The room is emptying out even faster. You manage to get the attention of another woman. She doesn't even slow down before she leaves. After a third person gives you the cold shoulder, you start to wonder what happened. Are you really that out of place? Is there something about Armand? What is going on here? Still, you check around the Orphan's Feast one last time. No sign of Armand, not even an open tab with a tavern keeper. After waiting for a few hours, you leave the Orphan's Feast, dragging your small mountain of luggage behind you. After all, the coach was only how to take you to the tavern. Armand may not have been waiting for you like he said he would, but you memorised his address from all the times you wrote it on your letters to him. It's the middle of the night, but the street is teemed with life. The light from the windows and the street lamps sparkle like stars. You're tired and your feet hurt, but still you can't help but smile. This is it. This is past. No matter what happens, you're still here. For a brief moment, you're not a country girl dragging luggage through the streets. You're a person who feel. You're the person you feel that you are when you close your eyes alone. You're overseeing a grand salon surrounded by poets, musicians, scientists, philosophers, and artists. You are elegant, sophisticated, and respected. You're getting close to the address. Armand never described his living conditions much, but he's the son of a baron and his family were always well to do. Special compared to yours. You've spent a lot of time in that carriage wondering about the home you spend your life in. This is why you didn't expect this. Calling this house rustic would imply that you were out in the country, not in the centre of the city. The neighbourhood is nice enough, but you're worried that if you breathe on the building too hot, it'll fall over. A well-kept woman in the tavern maid opens the door and approaches you. Bonsoir, I assume must be Madame Yvette. My name is Camille. Monsieur Armand told me to expect you. Oh, that's classic. It's just brilliant. Is this where he lives? Oh God, the rats in there ate him, didn't they? That's brilliant. Oh God, that's fantastic. Okay, she's a bit animated. Impossible, madame. I've taken care of all the lots myself. Camille replies, emphasising her point with a playful stomp of her foot. Oh dear me, she sounds a bit bonkers. Eyeing your worn shoes, you have a feeling the rats didn't go quietly. Eyeing her worn shoes, you have a feeling the rats didn't go quietly. Oh, that's maybe like that, that's. Fine, when I'm done, Armand is simply going to wish the rats had eaten him. Yeah, come on, then. At this, Camille takes a deep, nervous breath. I'm afraid to tell you that you'll have to wait, madame. It's been days since I've seen Monsieur Armand. I was really hoping that he was with you. Well, this is a bit worrying. Well, you're still processing the last disappointment. Camille seems to notice your mountain of luggage for the first time. Mon Dieu, madame. Did you go always by yourself? You must be exhausted. She's not wrong. You're not certain how you'll still look right and awake right now. I've already made up your bed, madame. Please go inside. Let me take care of this. You take your diary and leave the heavy lifting to Camille. The inside house isn't much better than the outside. Camille keeps the place tidy, but she can only do so much. She can only do such much. Okay, that should be so much. Still, you don't care about that right now. You're just happy to have a roof over your head. You flop down on a nearby couch. Every diary starts to write. You're tired, disappointed, and perhaps abandoned. But writing things down always helps to make sense of the situation. The Orphan's Feast, hosted by Madame Deville. Novelty lost. Rewards after party report. Okay. 21 Mars, 1789. Early next morning, an invitation for Armand. Early next morning, Camille approaches you. Occasionally, ring her apron with her hand. She looks nervous. She's obviously nervous. Madame, there's something you should know. Taking a deep breath, she continues. He's been guillotined, Albert. You're expecting. Okay, maybe not. You're expecting to attend. By guillotine, it wasn't until the 1790s. Anyway, I digress. You're expecting to attend a party the day after held by one Baron Maximin de Termes. I mean, the man replied to the invitation, but you were to be his date. Yeah, what do we know about this bloke? I'm sorry, madame, but I don't know much. It would be improper of me to pry to Monsieur Armand's affairs. Camille replies with a surprising earnestness. All I know is that Baron de Termes is a very outspoken political type, always going on about constitutions and natural law. Monsieur Armand attended all of his saloons, but never really looked happy when he came back from them. Ooh. I hope that helps, madame. At least I have a party to go to. Oh, blimey, that's kind of a bit animated, isn't it? Camille looks visibly relieved. Parfait. I've got no clue what that means. If you need anything, washed up prepared, just ask. That reminds me, Camille exclaims. If you're going to a party, you should probably make sure you're dressed appropriately. Fashion moves so quickly that people retire outfits before they even wear out. At this proclamation, you can't but notice that Camille's uniform has been repaired many, many times. Camille continues. Monsieur Armand was always going through clothes so quickly. He said every outfit had a certain amount of novelty. Every time you wore them, the novelty would go down a bit. In fact, every little thing even a little thing like wearing the same thing twice in a row could run the novelty out faster. Can you imagine? Again, with a crazy kind of. Fortunately, he knew the most delightful clothier on Rue de Faubourg Saint-Honor. Again, I apologise. She runs a shop called Le Petit Mogul. I'll draw you the directions. Immediately she starts sketching some directions, mostly just simple renderings of local landmarks. Le Petit Mogul is now available to visit on the Paris map. Okay. If you get out today, you should be well prepared for the party tomorrow night. Okay. So that's the party. So explore Gay Paris. Oh, here we are. Okay, points of interest. Shop. Current objective, incident. Okay, so La Petite Mogul. So if I click on it, a small shop run by dressmaker Fatima Sheena. Spend your day here to buy and sell wardrobe items. Visit the location. Okay. That looks very much like the Orphan's Feast. That does. Anyway, it's a long walk to Rue de Faubourg Saint-Honor, but the trek to the narrow street is worth it. Every block hums with vibrant energy, bursting with life. Porters and social climbers wind their way through the streets, festooned with brightly coloured parcels. Paris may be a city swimming in fashion and finery, but this is the source. The street is home to all the major fashion houses in the country, and to Rose Berton, personal dressmaker to the Queen herself. Now you're here, back home they sigh and dream of places like this, then quietly get back to their little lives. Not you, your circumstances may be less than ideal, but you're still here. La Petite Mogul. You mumble to yourself idly, trying to make sure you remember the name of the shop. Eventually you find a small boutique tucked between some far grander buildings. You open the door and walk into the tiny shop, which seems even smaller due to how absolutely full it is. This isn't a boutique, it's a workshop for whoever works here. Rows of gorgeous fabrics cover every available surface. A cloying smoke hangs in the air. The scent is pleasant, but wholly unfamiliar. As soon as the door swings shut behind you, you hear a sudden rustling of fabric further in the store. A customer, Hand-dra, a surprising voice calls out. Bonjour, madame, and welcome to La Petite Mogul. A woman, presumably the owner, calls out to you. May I help you? I have an important part to look amazing. Yes, let's go with the tutorial. You can always go with the tutorial. At those words, she looks giddy to the point of bursting, but tries to play it off with a knowing smile. This is a deception that's only half successful. Oh, I think I can help with that. I bet you can. That's clearly me. Yes. Because I am looking very nice. Don't say so myself. I don't just sell outfits here, I also buy them. Click on the sell button to look at your own outfits. Search your provincial outfit. Okay, every outfit has 3 traits: modesty, luxury and novelty. Different factions prefer different looks, but when you're ready to click on the buy tab and see what I have in stock. Okay, select one of my outfits if it's to your liking. If you can, hang on, I want to do the racy vintage outfit, pricey plain outfit. Okay. Conservative village outfit, conservative common outfit. Okay, am I missing something here? Okay, modesty. Try buy then. I'm not sure what I do here. Hang on. This party's been held at they look outfits that are both humble and revealing. Okay. Modesty, humble and sort by humble. This the luxury. Modesty. So they want both humble and revealing. So you want a very humble and revealing. So let's look at the luxury, modesty, novelty. Luxury, that is vintage. So they want something that is. This party is held by the Revolution. They like outfits that are both humble and revealing. Racy common. Let's go with a racy common outfit. Oh, it's vintage, luxury, and revealing. Conservative common outfit. Purchase. Confirm. Leave the shop. 22nd March 1789. Hopefully I did that right. You awaken to a vision of sunlight filtering through the shutters. Scattering sunbeams across this dusty bedroom. It takes a few minutes before you gradually remember the events that brought you here. You're from about tonight. Do you have a party to attend to? Camille enters the bedroom, already full of cheer. Madam, you would like to start? Would you like to start getting ready? Oh, it's the morning, isn't it? We'll party till tonight. If it's as important as the invitation week, so I should stop. No, let's go. No, yeah. Real Winston's statement. She looks as if I don't know how to tell you this, madam, but pipe pressure for a woman. Suggestions take all day on days where you have a party. You really haven't got to spend time spent exploring Paris. Once you go to your wardrobe, you can start getting ready. So I have never really done anything like this before. Is there anything I should know? Tutorial. Yeah, it goes to that very, very crazy smile. Don't worry, madame. A glamorous woman like yourself is sure to catch on quickly. I hope so. Okay. Right. Click here to go to the wardrobe. Okay, so private salon is a humble salon concerning the ills plaguing our nation. We hope you'll remember this years to come. Okay. So I've chosen the wrong outfit then, basically. That's a blow, isn't it? Oh, I didn't know the right that. Oh, that's a blow. I didn't realise that, did I? Oh, that's a bit of a blow, isn't it? Oh well. Yeah, they really could have. That tutorial could have been better, really, because it could have. Yeah, but I should have just clicked on everything. Oh well. Now that you have an outfit selected, you can go to the party. Provincial outfit is better than that one, so we'll go that one. Exhausted credibility. Faction effects 0. If I go with that one, they don't like it. Faction, let's go with a provincial outfit. Go to the party. You can drop you off at the party. You find yourself waiting in line for quite some time, looking at other guests. You wonder if you're underdressed or overdressed, or it's honestly hard to tell. You look at yourself one last time, confirm you're still wearing your provincial outfit, to a part being held by the revolution. Everyone has their preferences, and you've heard that they prefer guests wearing modest outfits. Yours is plain. They also like vintage outfits, and yours is common. The guests have no strong feeling on your outfit, and your credibility has not changed much. Okay. Preparations like this, the results tonight could be a toss-up. While you're determining your standing in the world of fashion, you manage to overhear an interesting rumour while in the line. You make a mental note of it just in case. You've gained a piece of cheap revolution gossip. This may be useful later. Fortunately, you can feel exhaustion set in as soon as you think of the full itinerary ahead of you. Tonight is going to be a long night. Being resources has given you a credibility penalty. Immediately upon entering the vestibule, you are greeted by a doorman holding a small ledger. While he isn't physically barring your entry, his manner he certainly is. Name, you expect, Yvette Ducour. Yeah, go with that one. Doorman looks perplexed for a moment, flipping his ledger. I don't see your name. I am Baron Armand's date. He could not attend. That was most unfortunate. Replies, surprisingly disappointed. Baron de Temes was so looking forward to seeing him tonight. Please convey our deepest regrets at his absence. Is there anything I can get you? Please convey my deepest gratitude to our host, and I am eager to meet him. Absolutely, madame. The Baron shall hear of it quite soon. You hear some murmurs from all the guests in the vestibule. Your gratitude and enthusiasm seem to have made an impression on them, till the doorman seems rather unfazed. Ooh, you gain a little bit of credibility. Happy days. Before you can ask any other question, he bows deeply to you. Pardon. Pardonnez-moi, madame. Baron Simmons has written me specifically to inform you as soon as you had arrived. We have heard so much about you. Enjoy the party, he says with a smile before leaving. Marvellous. We're going to have a party. Oh, here we go. Right. So who we're going to talk with? So we've got 2 turns. I don't know which way to go. To know his private saloon. Let's try a player then. Let's go with this couple here. The Young Firebrand. The three guests are looking for someone else at this event. Apparently, a new revolutionary figure has arisen in Paris, one that's winning quite a few bit of favour and more radical elements. In fact, might even be able to reveal, be able to meet such a person later. Okay, we turn to the party. The Cardinal Sin. A pair of gentlemen huddled together, speaking low voices about a scandal that took place in the countryside. That information could be useful later, so that is church, cheap church gossip, and that one over there. This woman is standing by herself, seemed quite affected by the host. Let's go with this one. Seems like one of the least danger. You approach a woman who is standing by herself. She she's looking around at the. Stop that again. She's looking around at the party and seems just extremely pleased to be here. Isn't this magnificent? She beams. So many revolutionary minds in one place, all brought together by one man. How do you know our host, Baron Maximin de Termez? She asks. Readings quite embarrassing by our host. Could you tell me more? That is a easy credibility challenge. Let's go with that one. It bears nothing. Will please say more. By Maximin de Termez is cut apart from the rest of the nobility. He hosts saloon sponsors and pamphlet printings and associates with our heroes who fight in the American War for Independence. She clasps her hands together and gazes off in the distance. The Estates General hasn't convened yet, but he's already expressed his support for the Third Estate and the new enlightened France. Of course, he's made a few enemies. The Baron has already had to denounce some of his associates for not properly embodying revolutionary ideals. Thankfully, his reputation has only thrived because of his bravery. Isn't he wonderful? A Baron rejecting the very system that benefits him sounds like a man of principle. Yeah, go on. Ah, he most certainly is, she replies happily. You get the feeling that her interest in the Baron strays beyond strictly ideological, but that's none of your business. I just wonder why it's brilliant. You two talk and joke for a while and eventually part ways. If you get a chance to speak with Baron to me, you're absolutely certain you'll have a lot to talk about. Okay. That's right, so that's one. So it's all changed. So we've only got one conversation now. So speaking with him, Maximin appears. A man dressed in sober colours of a revolutionary is marching towards you, stopping occasionally to shake hands with various like-minded people. You can surmise that this is Baron de Termez, the man who invited you and Armand here. 25 bell. This sounds like it could be fun. I've got no choice over it. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice a tall, thin man dressed in sober, serious colours. The way people are clustered around him, you get the feeling that he's quite important. He glances up from his current conversation, politely excuses himself, and approaches you. Ah, you must be Madame Ducor. I'm not sure if someone spoke of me, but I am Baron Maximin de Termez. Right as he focuses his attention on you, because everyone in the room watching you out of the corner of their eyes. His opinion must carry a great deal of weight. But please, let us dispense with titles. You may call me Maximin. The crowd chuckles, and you can't help but be surprised by the noble's informality. This would be a downright scandalous in those circles. The conversations in the various corners of the room die down as people strain to hear your exchange with Maximin. It's great to meet the woman Armand spoke of so much. He said more about you than he did about the state of the nation. And you know that he loves that. Maximin smiles and offers her a wink. Now that I've seen you, I can see why he has such muddled priorities. You gain a little bit of credibility. P days. In fact, you may both find this useful. He grabs a jumbled stack of political pamphlets off his desk and hands them to you. Discourse moves so rapidly after all, and I would hate for you two to have anything. Sorry, I can't read tonight. And I would hate for you to have anything to have any trouble keeping up. A few voices in a cried murmur in approval. Maxim pauses, his eyes sweep them for a moment. But please, I must trouble you with a question of my own. I've been told that Armand is unable to join us. What has delayed him? So Armand has been taken. He still said I should attend the party. I don't even know where he is. Ooh. Simple credibility check. I'm going with that one. You've lost him. Maximum. A sudden note of confusion was, and you came here. With a flood of ill as he last, but of course you're just here at my salon to find your Armand. I thought you were here for our enlightened discourse, but no, this makes much more sense. Your loyalty to Armand is commendable, and exactly the sort of thing we're striving to bring to this troubled nation of ours. A small cheer goes up from some of the crowd. You grace more credit. Honesty pays. Of course, it's a shame your loyalty is anchored to such mediocrity, but still. If he's lost, then it means we no longer have to retain his traitorous ideas. Okay then. If he's so mediocre, why did you invite him? You don't know where he's either then. Yes, I am, because I am, and I wish I wasn't. So you don't know where he's either then. I don't know where he's skulked off to, nor am I inclined to find him. The only reason why I invited him was to save myself the time of authoring a pamphlet denouncing him. Maximum snorts. He and his regressive ideas of alternative action in a time of such turmoil in our country, only decisive action has any meaning. To believe otherwise is to be a coward and a slave to the enemies of the people. And you, he continues, I don't need to investigate you any further to know that you are cut from the same wretched cloth. Your inquiry is quite enough to her pin drop. You have lost some credibility. Maximum drops down low to a growl, barely whisper. Before you speak, I already know what you're thinking. Somehow you don't deserve this. Yep, you're wrong. Okay. Our association reflects our character, and you have chosen to associate yourself with a dangerous boy who drags at the heels of true progress in France. I can only assume that you are a craven opportunist who thought of marrying into a title would prove an easy path above her peers, that your life would be easy if you just found the right person to latch onto. Blimey. This is going south a bit quick like a barnacle or a leech. You are a fool for believing that. And he's a fool for loving you. God, this guy's a bit full on. We've lost all our credibility. Tasks and elevators above consequences. Now leave my house and never return gladly. Okay, that was a bit of a disaster. Before you reply, Violet grabs you roughly arm and drags you from the study. People like your Lothmers don't need to do any of their own dirty work. They have servants for it. It takes far longer than you'd like to get outside, and by the entrance crowd with guests preparing to leave, you can feel their eyes weighing heavily on you. When you finally get to the door, you feel a brutal shove and you stumble out into the corridor, barely keeping your balance in your heels. The area is equally crowded with various persons entering their personal carriages. You hear someone snicker, but you have no idea who it is. The only thing left to do is go home. So this has been a night. I'll just leave. That's big talk from Tarzan from a man you can't even do his own dirty work. Go on then. Boiling with anger, you turn and rain insults upon the house. In fact, you consider throwing your shoe through one of the windows. Before you remember how much you like that shoe. It's then that you notice that several carriages have stopped just to watch the display. Scan the face of your audience. You see the glaring, unamused face of the various party guests. You're certain that your hatred of Maximin, the revolution, and everything else it stands for is going to be well known throughout the city soon enough. Okay then. You've lost some favour with members of the revolution. You've gained some favour with members of the crown. You'll meet these people later. Okay. Your grace with the voyeurs. You grace your voyeurs with a haughty sneer before leaving towards your own carriage. However, when you arrive at the place your carriage is parked, you quickly find out that it isn't. It's gone. You check to make sure you're in the right place, but no, your carriage you hide is simply not there. He went home. A passing coach was hopefully while adjusting the harness on a particularly grumpy horse. The doorman came out about an hour ago telling you wanted the coach to leave without you. Seemed real important, so he went home. Before he could even respond, he gets his carriage moving, leaving you alone, and with yet another indignity. Going back to Maxim is obviously unacceptable. It's too far to walk home, and most of the guests have already left. However, there appears to be 3 other carriages waiting to leave. Each one of them is quite different. Perhaps one of them could help. Ask the humble carriage to the left. The carriage to the left of you is a foreign design, features gilded crest as its only ornamentation. This crest is emblazoned with a motto in Latin that appears to belong to a priest of some description. The curtains are drawn, but someone appears to have lit a lantern inside. Judging by the occupant's silhouette, it's like he's reading. You consider the humble carriage for a moment, and this is this who you'd like to ride with? Yeah, a priest should be willing to help a poor woman like myself. Let's go. Take the decision. You set out, ready to entrust your fortune to a modest stranger. You reach out and knock on the door of the carriage. The silhouetted figure jumps in surprise. His accented voice calls out to you. Who is it? My name is Yvette Ducroix. I'm a common woman who need. Oh my, the voice mode calls out. After some fumbling, he parts the curtains on his carriage windows. Hello, Madame Ducroix. Do not worry. I'm sure there's something I can do for you. How may I help? May I trouble you for a ride home? My coachman was tricked into leaving without me. For the first time today, you see someone you like look at you with genuine concern. How terrible. Please come on board. There's no trouble at all. He puts down his book and waves you inside. Good choice. The inside of the carriage is very similar to the outside. It's simple but lovingly crafted. Father Sidotti sits across from you, his eyes darting between you and a small stack of books seated next to him. You signal the coachman by tipping the ceiling of the carriage and you head off towards Paris. He stares at you for a while and almost starts talking before thinking better of it. This process repeats a few more times before he finally speaks. May I ask what happened? It appears Parisians have a very different way of entertaining party guests. I'm looking for missing fiancé, but it turns out the plot is held by one of his enemies. Imagine Saint Sebastian with insults instead of arrows. I'm not familiar with that, so let's go with that one. He has what a worrying turn of events. A missing fiancé, southern enemies, and now a missing carriage. It sounds like you've been beset by quite a number of misfortunes. Yeah, right there, mate. I'm guessing that you must be the one I heard about. I'm sorry for that. Our host felt it acceptable to treat you so poorly. Are you alright? I get the impression you're not from Paris. What brings you here? I'm not happy with what happened, but I'll be alright. Honestly, I feel terrible. I hope my day ends as soon as possible. You're right, I was born and raised in Rome. My family's about as traditional as it comes. So when my parents had 3 sons, they knew what to do with us immediately. 1 man of arms, 1 man of letters, and 1, just as bored out himself, 1 man of the cloth. The seminary wasn't bad. It was the first time in my life that people were happy that I spent all my time reading. I was ordained a few years ago and shuffled around to help with various parishes in Rome. All the older priests liked me because I didn't talk too much. He pushes Rome upstairs at the window, though that made holding mass a little difficult for me, a lot of awkward silences. A few months ago I was pulled outside and told I would be sent to Rome. There's been a lot of unrest here. My superiors in Rome wanted an outside opinion. He paused for a moment to fiddle with his rosary. You see, sending a bishop or cardinal here with all their retinue would have asked too much suspicion. It'd make people think something bad was going to happen. A single priest, nobody notices that. Sorry, I didn't mean to bore you with my last story. I rumble when I'm nervous. I thought it was quite interesting. Really, Kosorka looks away. You're too kind, madame. You've gained a little favour with Ludovicchio. Okay. But what about you? Are you alright? Honestly, I feel terrible. I just hope this day ends as soon as possible. But I'll be alright. Resilience is good, replies Trello for a moment. Just make sure you give yourself time to rest. Even the most minor injuries can wear the soul if left uncared for. Eventually the conversation dies down. The adrenaline rush of the night's disasters and dignities give way to simple exhaustion. Father Sidotti settles into his book and you occupy yourself with watching the scenery go by. Try not to fall asleep. The carriage stops and the coachman opens the door. You step out into the street. Father City leans out of the carriage, looking at your home. Ah, I see you have chosen to live humble. It is good for the soul, he muses loudly. You gain a little favour with Ludovicio. Okay. The lovesick priest. Until we meet again, madame, he calls cheerily before the carriage drives off into the night. You realise that Camilla is already waiting for you at the door. Who was that? Just a master and do the Lord's work. An intriguing piece. Hopefully someone I'll meet again. Yeah. Your mind brimming with new possibilities. Your mind brimming with new possibilities. You step inside the head upstairs. Slowly you get undressed, open the journal, and record what transpired that night. Novelty lost. Okay. Cheap revolution. A book salesman was recently arrested for printing profane criticism of the royal family. Is it punishment for vulgar slander or repression of necessary criticism? Credibility. Okay. Okay. Chapter on establishing oneself. 23 Mars 1789. You wake up the next morning in a bed that still feels unfamiliar. In the process of waking up, you start to recall last night's humiliations and wish that you were merely the product of your fitful dreams. Unable to go back to sleep, you spend the rest of the time tossing and turning in bed, finally sitting up. Nothing is going to make last night go away. The only option is to know what to do next. You feel exhausted, not physically, but in your very soul. Like your fate and past is all decided, and to remain here would be pointless. It's just the humiliations of the last night over and over again. However, stronger than that exhaustion is the simmering rage you feel at the outrageousness of your circumstances and the injustices of your treatment, and at the thought of going back to a tiny village after finally making it to Paris. No, you must go back. You cannot. You must not go back. You cannot go back. Not even a single candle of you. Not while a single candle of your ambition still burns. He's come to the manic grin again. Camille pops into your room, already dressed and ready for the day. Bonjour, madame, she beams. Looks like you've had quite an active night. Is there anything I can get you? Please find a spare pillow and smother me. I'm not sure. Do you know how to make murder look like an accident? Unfortunately, madame, the only things I killed are rats, fish, chickens, and one porcupine. Those didn't look very accidental either. I don't think I'll be able to help you with a murder. Again, with that crazy looking grin on her face. Now, if you wanted me to clean up after the murder, that I could do. This is vital, and this is fantastic. Still, I can't let you start morning without something to drink. It won't be healthy. What can I get you, madame? Tea, I need to keep my wits about me if I'm going to regain people's trust. Or wine, I'll have some wine. Numbering my memory of last night will make me less anxious. Now let's drip tea. Camille returns so quickly with the tea that you're certain she made it ahead of time. It's piping hot, fragrant and not too bitter. You drink the brew in silence. The gears of your mind slowly getting up to speed. The tiredness fades, your anger does not. Credibility up, you've gained a little credibility. You take a few moments to finish your drink in silence and collect your thoughts. Something that keeps coming to mind is all the gossip you've heard during your time at the party. Most of it was idle prattle, but some of it felt scandalous and valuable. Without an inheritance or a job, you need a way to make some money. Maybe someone will be willing to buy this gossip. Is that a thing people do? Camilla taps her chin thoughtfully. Well, I was at Les Halles the other day. Someone mentioned something about a newspaper with these amazing society pages. I think it's called the Trompette de Purple, which that's now in the map. Again, manic going. They have to get their stories from somewhere. Why not you? In fact, I bet you'd be great at that, madame. Merci, Camille. I think I'll just do that. Yeah, I've gone from Baroness de B to gossip monger. Great, just great. With that, your day begins. So, okay. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that here. before we start anything else, because we've been going about 45-50 minutes. This is fantastic. This is great. Just love jumping into games and getting pleasantly surprised. The writing's hilarious. Well, I think it's nice anyway. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, anyway, let me know what you think, because that's certainly something that I want to pick up again, because that's great fun. Anyway, so this is the, what it's called now, the Ambition, a Minuet in Power. Yeah, let me know what you thought about it. You know, it's nice to be able to get download demos of games. I've said this before in other Trouserman tries I've done. You don't get a lot of demos anymore, and so it's good to be able to get hold of a demo, because it allows you to actually try out a game without having to spend the money to do it. And then a good demo will always entice you into getting the game, and this is fantastic. I've actually thoroughly enjoyed this. It's a great time. Anyway, let me know what you think. You know, if you want to see me cover this properly on the channel, again, let me know in the comments. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I did, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.